Hi everybody, this is ET, unscripted, no fancy pictures. Today we're going to talk about the counter-revolution taking place within the diet fitness industry. You may have noticed that as of late, a lot of vegans are now former vegans, and their switch is not to a simple omnivore diet, but over to a carnivore diet, 100% meat, in some cases uncooked, in some cases rotted and uncooked. There are health problems doing that. However, if you're talking about getting a full nutrient profile, eating meat is essential, although there are problems. What's taking place today is something that's happened before. It's called a Thermidorian reaction in the 1790s, early 1790s in France. The French Revolution was pretty much over, and many people went to an extreme the other way. You can look into the early history of Germany during the Weimar Republic and find that after clashes between communists and Nazis, many of the communists turned over and became Nazis, and not just mild Nazis, but 100% hardcore Nazis. There's that tendency to go 180 degrees the other way when the false god has failed, even though in many cases the new god too is false. The carnivore diet is a 100% meat diet, and it includes for many people organ meats, liver and gizzard, this kind of thing. And it is healthy in the sense that it provides virtually every nutrient that the body needs. A vegan diet, plant-based 100%, in many cases, depending on what plants one eats, is generally speaking deficient, although it's very healthy in many other ways. Dr. Michael Greger, the Ichabod Crane of all things plants, has put up many videos and has an excellent website talking about the virtues of a plant-based diet. But if you look at his writings and examine his videos, you realize that the virtue in plants is primarily overcoming the dangers of too much cholesterol, maybe too many heavy metals coming from a plant diet. Now, there are other aspects to vegetable diet too, lower TMAO and this sort of thing. But by and large, his recommendations are to eat plants to counter the negatives of a meat diet and a dairy diet. I found very little in his writings and in his videos to justify a 100% plant-based diet. Now, he did have one article and one video dealing with the hordeari, who were called the barley eaters in ancient Rome. They were gladiators. And his point was that if it's good enough for a gladiator, it is certainly good enough for anybody else. But we do not know. And I've read books on this. Rhea Tannehill's written an excellent book on foods in history. We're not really sure what the Romans ate. They had different names, and whatever documents are left are only in pieces. But my point here is those gladiators were slaves. And were they fed that barley diet because it was cheap or because their masters thought they'd get better performance? We don't know. We also don't know how long they were on that diet. The point is here that all documentation going back in history to the present day, including the scientific research, suggests that a diet rich in vegetables, especially greens, but based on a good, nutritionally complete protein and good fats, is better for living longer and warding off diseases. Some of my friends may be surprised to hear me saying this because I've put up videos and talked about the virtues of green juices, including wheatgrass. I've got a book up on that. And other vegetables. But I've never said that any evidence exists suggesting there has ever been a all-vegan tribe before, or anything even approaching it. I'm not saying it is impossible to live 100% plant-based. There are people on YouTube, you can see them, who claim to be 100% vegan. I'm a little suspicious about chemical enhancement, but, I don't know. But if you're looking at historical and scientific data, everything suggests an omnivore diet rich in greens and a multitude of colored plants is probably best for living longer, warding off disease, chronic disease, and also engaging in athletic performance, anaerobic or aerobic. The data's there. Let me know what you think. This is E.T. Put your comments below. And don't forget to like or dislike this video. And if you're on any other social media, share these videos. Thanks.